The FMCG sector, fast-moving consumer goods, the soaps, foods, and everyday products in every home. This is the great defensive of the market. People buy toothpaste and biscuits in booms and busts alike, so demand is steady and predictable. That stability makes these the classic slow and steady compounders, but it comes at a price, quite literally, in valuation. Let's learn the fundamentals, technicals, and strategies for this calm corner of the market. First, a quick map of what sits inside FMCG. There's food and beverages, packaged foods, tea, and snacks, everyday staples with beautifully steady demand. There's home and personal care, soaps, detergents, and cosmetics, high-frequency, deeply brand-driven purchases. There are the pure staples and tobacco names, hugely cash-generative, with some of the strongest pricing power in the whole market. And there's the premium and new age end, premium brands and direct-to-consumer names riding India's trade-up, where the faster growth hides in an otherwise slow sector. All share the same defensive DNA, but their growth rates and valuations differ, so know the mix. What drives FMCG? Four gentle forces. The first is rural demand, roughly a third of sales, which swings with the monsoon and farm incomes. A good monsoon is a genuine tailwind for the sector. The second is input costs, palm oil, crude-derived materials, and packaging, which push margins up and down as commodity prices move. The third is pricing power, a company's ability to pass those cost rises on to customers without losing them. That is the real moat in consumer goods, and it separates the great brands from the also-rans. The fourth is premiumization, consumers steadily trading up to costlier, fancier products. In a slow-growing sector, this is where the faster growth comes from. Now, the metrics that reveal a healthy FMCG business. FMCG has its own gentle set of metrics. The first, and the one that separates the real from the illusory, is volume growth, the growth in actual units sold, not the value inflated by price hikes. A company can grow sales value by raising prices while selling fewer packs. That is not healthy. Always look for real volume growth. The second is the rural versus urban split. Rural India is roughly a third of FMCG sales, and its ups and downs, driven by the monsoon and farm income, swing the whole sector. The third is gross margin. Input costs like palm oil and crude-derived packaging drive margins, and a company's pricing power, its ability to pass on cost rises without losing customers, is what protects them. The fourth is the moat itself, a vast distribution network reaching millions of tiny stores, plus premiumization, as customers trade up to fancier products. Those are the sector's real growth levers. On the chart, FMCG is the calmest sector of all. Track the Nifty FMCG index, which usually traces a smooth, low volatility trend rather than wild swings. Its key technical role is as a defensive. When markets get scared and money flees risk, FMCG tends to outperform, so its relative strength rising versus the Nifty is a classic flight to safety signal that tells you something about the whole market's mood. Watch the seasonal cues. A good monsoon forecast lifts hopes for rural demand and can move the sector. And understand its low beta, it moves less than the market in both directions. That means gentle trends, smaller drawdowns, and a place to hide, not a place for fireworks. How do you play FMCG? 4 gentle strategies. First, simply own the steady compounders, the market-leading brands with unbreakable distribution, for slow, reliable, long-term compounding. This is a buy and hold sector by nature. Second, by the input cost dip. When commodity costs rise and temporarily dent margins, a quality FMCG stock may fall, and that fear can be a fine accumulation point because the costs eventually normalize. Third, favor the premiumization plays, the firms riding India's trade up as consumers move to premium products and new categories. That's where the faster growth hides in a slow sector. Fourth, use FMCG as portfolio ballast. Its job in your portfolio is to steady the ship, to cushion the fall when cyclicals like autos and metals drop. The one thing to always respect here is the price you pay. Let's turn FMCG into a checklist. 5 steps. Step 1. Look at volume growth, the real units sold, not just value or sales growth that can be inflated by price hikes. Step 2. Check the rural versus urban demand trends, since rural swings the sector. Step 3. Watch gross margins and, above all, the company's pricing power, its ability to pass on cost rises. Step 4. Assess the distribution reach and the premiumization runway, the 2 real growth levers. Step 5. And always compare the valuation to the company's own history, so you don't overpay for the comfort of a defensive. In FMCG, the business is usually great, the entry price is what you must get right. Now, the quiet traps. in FMCG. The first, and the big one, assuming that because the sector is safe, any price is worth paying. FMCG leaders trade at rich price-to-earnings multiples, and if you overpay, your returns can be flat for years even as the business does fine. Safety is not the same as a good entry price. The second, celebrating rising sales value without checking volumes. As we said, value can climb on price hikes while units actually shrink. Always look under the hood at volume growth. The third, believing defensives never fall. They fall less than cyclicals, yes, but a stretched, premium-priced FMCG stock can still derate meaningfully when its lofty valuation corrects. Own the quality, but never overpay for the comfort. FMCG, in one breath. Volume growth is the number one metric, real units, not price-inflated value. Watch the rural-urban split, gross margins, and the distribution moat. It's the great defensive, low beta and a flight to safety heaven when markets wobble. In strategy, own the steady compounders and buy the input cost dips, but never forget the one real risk, overpaying for the comfort of a rich valuation. Next, the deepest cyclical of all, metals.